Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bethesda Unpatched. This is episode number 48. I am Joe the Wigit, and I am joined by the ultimate space trucker extreme extraordinaire, Kilo. I'm just kind of sticking with that routine.
I like that you threw. I like that, and I like that you added the ultimate to the beginning.
Yeah, I had to add a little more flair to it.
Yeah, a little more flair. Woo! What's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, crazy week with work. Oh my lord. Working 9-10 hours a day every day. I didn't get home until like 7:30 last night from Orange. It's been nuts.
Oh wow. Yeah. Sounds like it, man.
I'm an IT specialist, and we're doing what we call an MDM migration, MDM, which is mobile device management. So it's a software we use to basically control the employees' cell phones, iPads, and laptops. I also use an RDM, which is remote device management, but that's different. Excuse my voice. It seems that my allergies want to come into effect right before we hit record. My voice decided it wanted to stop doing something that relies on my voice to go. It's perfect.
Good times. Well, we only got one housekeeping announcement this week, and that's just a reminder that on July 8th, we are going to be on Starfield After Dark, and nice little Starfield themed game show type of show. It's a lot of fun, and we will definitely.
I'm hoping I can make it to that show. I may not make it because of this stupid stuff at work. I'm going to be in Orange that day. So
we're going to break our code.
Yeah, I know. If you have to go on without me, you have to go on without me. I'm going to try to be there, though. I'm going to do my best.
All right. Well, you're at least going to see me, probably.
Hopefully you'll see me, too.
Maybe Joe. Maybe Widget. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun show.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think we have any other housekeeping or anything like that.
Thankfully, 4th of July this year is happening after we record.
Yep.
So a couple more weeks without me doing any major edits to the video. I'm still battling with my health issues, so prayers and well wishes to thank you to everybody who's been doing that. We still don't know what's going on. My doctor said that my last blood work basically showed that my body's check engine light was on.
No, you just cover that up with a piece of electrical tape and call it good.
Yeah, well,
if
my car engine dies, we can just, get it fixed. If my engine dies, that's no good.
It would be a problem.
Yeah, it'd be problematic.
It would be a problem. We're all pulling for you, man. We got a little bit of news, and are we going to go into this main topic?
I think we will. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be talking about, the gaming media at large, the state of it, where we think it's headed. If you've been listening to the show for any amount of time, you probably know what our opinions on this are.
We're going to get a little bit deeper into it because I was browsing news articles before the show, and it was nothing but pissing me off. All the big ones. IGN, Game Rant, all of them.
I got some Starfield. I got some gameplay. Poor Widget, he's been very busy, but I got some gameplay on Starfield, and I started Terran Armada, and I got a fancy, shiny new ship, and I got Jessamine, and I did Barrett's whole thing, and I got some stuff to talk about, and I'm excited.
That's great, because I'm glad you do, because you're going to be picking up the slack today, buddy. Health issues and work and constant work and my second job, and
It happens, man. Well, how about we start out with the news?
Extra, read all about it in the news this week.
First thing in our news tonight is actually Xbox related, and it is Microsoft Xbox console prices are going up again.
It's nuts. And here's the thing about this. When the Series S released, it released at $250. And the whole thing about it was an affordable intro into the next gen of gaming.
Right.
Mind you, it had less graphic quality, had less frame rate than the X Series X did because it was, weaker hardware for a cheaper price. And it worked for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It's gone up to its now third price hike in a year.
Yeah.
And it's now double.
We're looking. Yeah, more than double. Currently, under the new pricing, the regular Xbox Series X will sell for $800. $800.
Series S?
X.
Oh, X. Yeah. So I'm talking about Series S, the cheap one.
Series S is up to $500,
which is double.
Yes.
It's ludicrous.
This is with all these cuts, and Xbox isn't the only one. I've been reading a lot about the PlayStation cuts this week too. Bungie is under the gun. There's a couple other studios under PlayStation that are under the gun.
Basically saying that Destiny 2 didn't pan out the way they wanted it for the game's future. Yeah.
Or who's the Marathon studio? Those guys are also kind of under the gun right now.
Yeah, because Destiny 2 is what, 10 years, almost 10 years old, something like that?
Yeah, it's been around for a hot minute.
So I'm not surprised. It should have died a long time ago. So that's not surprising. I mean, these games don't last forever, and eventually the player base is going to die out. So yeah, they're going to have to let go of the team. It's when I worked in the industry, you weren't directly employed at the time when I was doing it with the company. You were a contractor with the company.
Mm-hmm.
Only the higher ups, the upper management, the leads, they were employed. And testing core is all employed through the company. But a lot of designers, programmers, and like that were hired project to project.
Yeah.
Because they don't know if they're going to need to keep everybody on after that project to move into a new one because they don't know what's going to happen. So that's the one thing I didn't like about being in the industry was that it was job to job.
Mm-hmm.
I loved everything else about it.
Live. Yeah, that's a tough way to try to, budget and stay alive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As Xbox seeks faster Elder Scrolls and Fallout games, former lead Bruce Nesmith, who we've talked about before, who we do have respect for here, explains how rapid releases risk disappointing fans. This is obviously taken out of context as usual.
Of course.
Yeah, he was talking about a 3-year development cycle. He says, but this is a moving target, and this is what he actually said. What is the expected level of quality last year is not the expected level of quality of this year, meaning that it could go longer, it could go shorter. I don't think this necessarily applies to Elder Scrolls 6, which we know is in gold.
It doesn't apply to anything. Come on, guys. You got to think about it this way. All right, so let's say you had a team of 8 good people working on a game for 20 years. It's not going to be better than the same game being made by a team of 300 taking 3 years.
Mm.
In fact, the one that took 3 years could be a lot better because you do have more people working on it. I mean, them pushing it for a more rapid release, what that entails is they're going to be increasing the workflow by getting more employees on the project.
Yeah, and we know right now that Todd Howard talked about this. The vast majority of Bethesda right now is all locked on to Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm.
The overwhelming majority.
And again, that's Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 do not take away from anything else in the core titles. They're completely different division, different department, not same budgets or anything. So people need to stop with that. Like, oh my God, these games are taken away from the games that we want. No, they're not.
Yeah, they're not. It's not how it works. Here's a quote by Nesmith I wanted to get out here. It's a bit of a paragraph. It says, there is an old adage in software development about the process having 3 corners: resources, time, and quality, which includes both features and polish. The studio decides 2 of them, which determines the third. If you lock down the resources, staff, equipment, etc., and the schedule, that decides the quality you want to achieve, number of features, and polish. If you lock down the quality in the schedule, that means the resources you will need to complete the project. You can't dictate all 3, only 2. A lesser known aspect of this is the rule of diminishing returns. The 3 corners need to be roughly balanced. You can't ask the project to be done in a month by throwing 1 million people on it. Overcommitting to any one of these corners increases friction and becomes less effective. Allowing 10 years for a project creates a cycle of endless reinvention and ultimate failure.
Technically,
what are your thoughts on that, Wigit?
I think that's an overstatement of an old theory. Today's technology and the way things are ran, if you manage the teams properly and you have a bigger testing core that has junior designers working on nothing but bug fixes, you can achieve that polish. If you increase your art team and you have it separated properly with the right management or on the same team, because you have a little thing called the MDM, the master design document.
Right.
And that is what dictates how the game is supposed to be. And everyone's on that core and they all understand the project and the leads are making sure everything's communicated properly. Then, you can pull out a game quicker with the same quality.
Right, and that's the opposite of what Nesmith is saying here. He says, in my opinion, the biggest risks of shortened schedules is quality, reduced features, polish, or bugs. The things that are done last end up getting set aside to complete the game on time.
Now, here's one
and
thing,
of course,
though.
faster dev. Huh?
I can see one point on that is if they didn't increase the employee count, skilled employee count, and then just cut the development time in half for the same amount of people, same budget.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're gonna lose. Of course, you're gonna lose quality.
Right. And we're going right back to management there. And of course, faster dev times would result in faster sequels, but that's the wrong question. Those sequels risk disappointing fans. That's what he's talking about. Getting the games out faster, I don't think he's against getting the games out faster, but he's talking about those three corners of development and making sure that those are all balanced.
I would say it's more than three, but yeah. I do understand his point a little bit. I think he's wrong on some of his theories, though. That's just my opinion.
That's your opinion. That's fine. You're allowed that. I just,
I seem to have controversial opinions at times, so.
At times, yeah. He doesn't even agree with me all the time, what is cool that I found out this week?
What's that?
I was really impressed with, and that is Arkane is still working on Marvel's Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Howard confirmed it's in active development. It was pulled from the summer showcase because it was of questionable quality. And of course, with the rumors of the Xbox layoffs coming around, people thought that Arkane Lion was for sure going to be under the gun.
This is why you can't trust rumors.
This is exactly it right here. This is why we say grain of salt. This is not confirmed. Because here it is, Arkane Lion up and running and working on Marvel's Blade, which I'm kind of excited for personally.
It looks interesting.
I love the Blade series.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of superhero games to be as a general thing.
I hesitate to call Blade a superhero. He's more of he's more of an anti-hero, and he's like a half vampire.
I did enjoy the Blade movies back in the day.
I did. Wesley Snipes is the shit. A little bit of sad news this week, unfortunately. We've talked about this gentleman a couple of times on the podcast. We talked about his record being on vinyl. We talked about his album being inducted into the Library of Congress. Bobby Prince, the composer of Wolfenstein 3D and Doom, has passed away at age 81.
He had a good life. 81's not dying young.
id Software was his first job in the industry.
Wow.
And from what I read his obituary earlier. Some of his other credits include Duke Nukem 3D, which is also an amazing game from that same era. Catacomb 3D, Blake Stone, Aliens Gold, Rise of the Triad, all sorts of different credits. From what I understand is he had a very good and fulfilling life in retirement. I believe Tennessee. Him and his wife moved down into Tennessee. So
I think video game composers have a much harder job than film composers.
Oh, absolutely.
They have to produce way more music and oftentimes more varied while keeping the same theme. That's not easy.
No, and that's I want to say that's something that you guys talked about with Enon. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, around that area.
Yeah, you guys talked about that too. So rest in peace, Bobby Prince. You're a legend. Definitely won't be forgotten by us. Speaking of Doom, we got Doom the Dark Ages. We got Revelations. Yeah, it's getting some enhancements. Revelations is coming, of course, on the 7th. And we're also getting some big enhancements for the PS5 Pro with PSSR. Did I say that wrong? DSSR.
DSSR, yeah.
Yes. PSSR. Okay.
Acronyms.
So the idea is to make the environment sharper. PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution is what they're calling it. Distant enemies' outlines of the environment will become sharper. Surface textures will also benefit from the improved definition. Visual experience basically will be enhanced, render more sharply, while preserving the game's highly polished graphics and not affecting performance from what I've been reading. This is supposed to all work without any lag in the game.
Nice.
So that's coming on the 7th PS5 players. That's dope. I mean, the PS5 just has great graphics already.
Well, yeah,
like, why would you
especially the
not
Pro.
play into that? Yeah.
Wish I could afford to get one.
We got... Yeah, I know, me too. Me and you both. Actually, I'd be happy with an Xbox Series X. Although that might have to put a lien
For
on
what
my car
we
for
do with our show, yeah, Series X
Mhm.
makes way more sense.
Yeah, 100%. Fallout Season 3.
Yes.
We got a couple of things. We got a couple of interesting things. Todd Howard, again, we apparently have some new things in the Fallout world that are going to be shown on the TV show. Now, this could go one of two ways. I'll tell you the way I think it's going to go. I think we're going to see a lot more stuff from Van Buren. I think that's what we're going to see more of in the show. If it goes the other way and they try to get crazy with it and too over the top and too outside of the Fallout world as players know it, the show will tank. Shows do that. Movies have done that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
go over the top. They go way too far outside of the box.
They
I
often
want to
do
believe
that.
that Todd Howard. Yeah, I want to believe that Todd Howard, executive producing, is going to keep the reins on this. Well, anybody else from Bethesda is going to keep the reins on this, and I'm hoping that what we're going to be seeing is Bethesda using the cut content, the content that never was from Van Buren, because we've already gotten some hints of that already.
I mean, look at the Lord of the Rings show. It just tanked because they went too far off of the source material.
Yeah, and you want to talk about, oh, dude, last month I've been watching everything going on with Henry Cavill and the Warhammer 40,000 and how Cavill is like really just bringing the hammer down on the studios. Like, we're not doing this. This is not how this is going to go. You wonder why he was so adamant about, members of the crew and cast reading through Warhammer lore for the show. Because he understands what it means to the fans.
Yeah.
You cannot go crazy, leave the title so far behind that you're getting into stuff. It's different if it's like content that makes sense in the world, like Van Buren, stuff that would fit. That's one thing, but don't be coming out with like new factions. Don't be coming out with, you got to keep it grounded to the source material.
You have to.
Especially
when it comes to the world and lore.
Yeah. Look at The Witcher. Look at The Witcher and all the backlash that showrunner's gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't care about the lore or the books or anything. I think that's one of the reasons.
Their own creative way.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't understand the vision.
That's how you ruin things, people.
That's why Henry Cavill left your show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it's for the better. I'm hoping the new things we're talking like content that was conceptualized before hasn't been put out yet. Something like that. I hope they don't get crazy. It has begun filming.
Howard will let them.
I would hope not. In a serious way, I hope that he would not. I'm hopeful. Like I said, I'm on the side of like I think we're going to see more Van Buren stuff. That's just me. And yes, they started filming. There's no release date for season 3 yet. Current guesses out there in the multiverse is next year. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how long post-production takes on a TV show, but we'll see.
Usually longer than filming. Because they have to add in, all the special effects, the graphics, the CGI, everything.
Right. Yeah, there's other, and then the editing itself, and sure. I don't know anything about.
I know for a fact that editing takes a lot longer than actual recording content.
That kind of makes sense. They have so many, probably hundreds of hours to go through. Maybe not hundreds of hours. Maybe hundreds of hours. What the hell do I know? So moving on.
It's all guessing.
We got I lost my spot. X-Real Aura. Okay, so we had an article about this last week. We ended up skipping it, and now it's back. So this is the next Fallout game. Is going to the X-Real Aura.
Which I've never heard of until just now.
They do that freaking titles. Yeah. It's virtual reality, augmented reality, like glasses. They look like sunglasses that plug into your phone. And so hang on. I got pop-ups. I got all sorts of stuff going on over here. Okay. So they're called spatial computing glasses. Their reservations are open. It's not open market for sale yet. It looks like it's expected to cost about $700, which is actually significantly more affordable than the Apple Vision Pro or Snap's new specs glasses, which I had not heard of before this article. And the game is kind of a little bit unexpected. Game that is going to be on the X-Real Aura glasses is Fallout Factions. And I am so excited about this. You've heard about us talk about Modifius, Fallout Factions. It's a tabletop skirmish game. And this is going to combine squad level tactics with the immersive 3D maps and gesture control. The game can be overlaid onto a physical table during Aura's optical see-through display. And this is so freaking cool. There is a fiction podcast called Liberty. And it is it's basically about this other planet and the people that live on it and their society and everything like that. But there is a section there's like a mini series within the series where they're basically playing D&D. But they're playing it with like the DM has like this holographic mask that can switch between characters and change the DM's voice automatically. And then the tabletop is mostly virtual. It's kind of like this. And I'm just like, dude, how cool if this was like the start. I would love to play D&D with glasses like this, reality. Dude.
Yeah, if you have everyone on the table doing, AR, that would be amazing. So, guys, just so you guys understand, XR is extended reality. It's basically an umbrella term that encompasses AR, which is augmented reality, MR, which is mixed reality, which is pretty much the same damn thing as AR. I don't know why they even have two terms for it. And then VR, virtual reality. So it's like an umbrella term for all that. Virtual reality, it doesn't incorporate the world around you. It puts you into a completely separate world. AR and MR, they use the real life elements and put the digital overlaying it.
That just sounds, this is kind of tabletop. I mean, I'm in for it.
Yeah, when we become rich, we need to do an AR D&D game.
I would love that. So everyone
on the table, including DM, all in AR glasses, and just that'd be amazing.
I want to see my orc barbarian actually run up and like slash a dude like on the table. No more plastic minis, man.
We'll hire a little team of artists to do the graphic work. You would get so
much money out of me.
We'll get a programmer and we'll get a good DM to run it, and we'll do a series online with it.
There you go. I'm here for it, man. Let's do it.
That would be so freaking amazing. Cow. If anyone wants to sponsor that and pay for the equipment, let us know. We'll do it.
Yeah. We got the ideas. We got the ideas over here. So
dude, really quick. I'm gonna bring this up on the air because it was hilarious. It doesn't have anything to do with this, but Father's Day was last Sunday. It was. And Mrs. Wigit and I were out getting some things in town after church, and we went to the mall, and there's a store that has a little D&D section, and they have those. I love like the not this like a mixed bag, but where you buy something and it could be random what's inside of it.
Okay,
like a grab bag basically. So they have one that had a set of dice, a D&D dice, which is your full series spectrum. I think it's 8 dice. D20, 12, 10. Yeah, anyway. And it comes with a random dice bag and a D&D coin. So I was excited. I love that stuff. Every time I go to any kind of con, I get random dice. I love collecting D&D dice. I have a huge set of them. My only thing I really collect right now. So I got my D20, like my metal gold dragon dice, and I got my other metal dice, and I have all kinds of goodies all over the place. But anyway, the coin was awesome. Love it. And I told her, when we got it, I said, with my luck, I guarantee you it's going to be a set of pink dice. And I told her, when it is, you're going to get your first set of D&D dice. Opened it up when we got home, full set of hot pink dice. So now Mrs. Wigit has her first D&D dice.
My wife I bought pink agate dice for her a couple years ago. Super nice. I was making fun. Joe missed it. I was making fun of him in the Discord for the pink dice, telling him that it was red because back in Avowed Raw, he created his character, and you can have like these mutations on your character in Avowed.
I'm colorblind as hell.
That went across the forehead. That was like, he's like, those are red, right? And we're like, no, it's totally pink.
I know better than to try to do anything that can possibly be pink or purple. I can't see those colors.
Fair enough, man. Oh, geez. So we got a couple things. Elder Scrolls Online, Season 1.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's coming up.
Yep, that's coming up. We got a crafting challenge for Xanathar. A couple of different cool things, but this one is the one that really stood out to me. I had to bring it up. Elder Scrolls High Seas Tamriel has been announced.
I'm just reading this, and I'm so excited because there was rumors going on that they were working on ships being on in Elder Scrolls. Now the thing is, the big rumor is that they're planning on putting that. The rumor was for Elder Scrolls 6. There's going to be and I think this is going to make this even more of a possibility because this is going to be a proof of concept.
Skyrim.
Yeah. So a lot of companies do this, like the makers who do No Man's Sky. They're making another game right now, another survival game, and they've been putting in all these features in No Man's Sky as a test for their new game.
Yeah.
To see if people like it, see how the technology works, and then they'll put it in the new game. I think that's what they're doing with this as well. So I think we're going to be seeing a full naval approach in Elder Scrolls 6.
Yep. I think so too. ZeniMax Online Studios is working on what can be considered a new expansion for the Elder Scrolls Online. This was reported by the Xbox Wire. And it's called High Seas of Tamriel. And this new bundle of content will be entirely free for all players of Elder Scrolls Online.
That's amazing. I absolutely love
just so cool.
Old naval combat, not so much new.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pirate buff. I mean, I love it. And Assassin's Creed Black Flag was my favorite by far and has the best naval combat of any game so far. There's a new game I didn't even really hear about until recently that's takes my favorite genre of survival, and it has pirates. And it's huge right now.
Yeah.
And I just forgot the name. But anyway, and it's supposed to have naval combat that rivals that of Assassin's Creed. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this. And they have an image of it with them people in like air bubbles underwater.
Yeah, which is freaking cool. That is, it's so they're talking about underwater combat. And this is from Nick Giacomini. I got it right the first time that time.
Good job.
Giacomini explains it's more of a destination-based event where players go to a location to participate in naval battles rather than a PvE or PvP event in an existing place. So it's going to be a new location as well.
That's awesome.
So we're talking underwater combat. We're talking about scavenger hunting.
Pirates.
He says, Giacomini says players shouldn't expect the event to feel like Sea of Thieves as the naval combat takes on a different approach. Players will be fighting enemies, boarding their ship, and putting out fires as they enjoy this new expansion for Elder Scrolls Online. It can be enjoyed alone or in a group.
So I'm kind of getting is that you're not going to be really controlling the ship as so much as being like one of the crew on the ship.
Yeah, maybe.
That's okay.
But again, we're talking about what may be a test for what is going to happen in Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to look at the feedback. And I saw another article. It's like, Bethesda listens. They listen.
They do.
They've proved that they listen. You, me, Wigit, they listen to us. So, don't, every time you have something like this, every time you have anything where, even if it's not like an open test or a PTS or anything like that, put your contact into Bethesda. Tell them what you think. This is how we make the games better. This is how we get what we want. Do that. Let's see how badass we can get these games to be. Speaking of Elder Scrolls, if you want to get into it right now, it is currently on sale for a limited time. Depending on your platform, PlayStation Store, Standard Edition will be on sale June 17th to July 1st on the Steam Store. The Standard Edition, the 25th to July 9th. The Deluxe Edition, the 25th to July 9th. And that's the same for the Elder Scrolls Online store as well.
75% discount for the Standard Edition and up to 50% on the Deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's pretty big. So
it's like we said
time
before,
to jump on.
They always do sales for these games. So
the great thing about the Deluxe Edition, if you want to just go for it, you can do the Standard Edition. If you don't have Game Pass, if you have Game Pass, you can try it out for free. If you want to really dive into it and get the Deluxe Edition, you're talking about, it comes with the Standard Edition, as well as a collection of content from past chapters and the 2025 Content Pass, unlocking 10 years of... That's a huge discount.
Yeah.
That's huge. You're getting so much for that. Go for the Deluxe Edition, man. Just go for it.
You might as well.
Man, might as well. Last little bit, I've seen so many articles today talking about, not just today, all week actually. I've been seeing all these articles about Elder Scrolls 6 and official announcements of timelines, blah, 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 blah. We don't have any of that, so calm yourselves. But what we do know is kind of what we've already mentioned before here on the show. They know, this is a direct quote from Todd, we know we need to get it right.
Oh, yeah. Of course they know.
They know. They have to knock this out of the park.
Why do you think it's been taking so long?
Yeah.
They're not sitting on their thumbs and sitting on their hands just waiting. They have big shoes to fill with how successful Skyrim was. It's huge. It's a lot of pressure.
It needs to be good enough to replace Skyrim. Plain and simple. It's got to be good enough to replace Skyrim.
That's some pretty damn big shoes to fill.
Yep.
And surpass.
100%. 100%. And Matt Booty says that the title is coming along well and that it will be showcased, quote, at the right time, which is kind of what we've already heard.
Yep. The usual vague BS from Bethesda.
But again, right now, majority of Bethesda is at work on Elder Scrolls 6. So
good.
Give us something, man. You got to give us something. You got to turn around the public right now because everybody's just so full of piss and vinegar out there. But that's pretty much it. That's it for the news.
Yep. And this article goes on to, confirm as being developed in Creation Engine 2, which is Bethesda's in-house game engine. And I've said it before on this show, game engines play a huge role in development of games. Mm-hmm. It sets a limitation of what the game can do. We'll see.
And also
the last time they used Creative Engine 2 was on Starfield.
I think it works great.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, let's get into our main topic, man.
Main topic.
So, on our main topic today, it's the game media. So, what we mean by that is like the big gaming media sources. Like back in the day, it was Nintendo Power, if you're a Nintendo fan. Nowadays, it's been like IGN, GameSpot, Game Rant, things like that. And they've kind of all gone downhill in a major way.
Yeah.
They only really report on AAA titles because they get a kickback from AAA titles for doing so. And even then, like every article I see nowadays will have something good in the beginning of the article and immediately go to something bad. It's like, oh, this game's going to have this amazing feature, but it's going to piss off these people.
Or they go the other way with it.
Yeah. Like I saw an article about GTA 6 online about how it's going to piss off half the people and not the other half, and how some people want it to be just a crossover from GTA 5. Well, it's a different game, people. It's a new game.
It's a different game, a different city, a different timeline. This is nothing new to GTA.
So everything you did in GTA 5 is not going to go over to the 6. Come on, people.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that one, though, because I've been reading a lot. Of course, I'm a huge GTA fan.
Mm-hmm.
I've played all of them, and I've read a lot this week that I don't care for personally. So,
Oh yeah, I'm tempted to
Yeah,
ask
just
why, but man, not the show for it.
no, don't get me started. It's better
We'll talk about it later off the air.
Okay. So yeah, it is a huge thing, and I think I'm not. I think a lot of the reason that there's so much focus. I mean, yeah, maybe they do get kickbacks, but I think a lot of the reason there's so much focus on the AAA titles is because they're easy targets, big targets. They're easy to hit, you can't miss.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's a lot of some of these authors. They're trying to break in. They're trying to make a name for themselves. So you don't get that by covering indie titles, and there's a lot of great indie games out there you
It's
never hear
sad.
about.
It's really sad how it's like
Yeah.
almost all of it now is just bashing media. It's just bashing. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because that's how they get the clicks, and it's really sad that that's how they think they need to get the clicks.
That's the measurement. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and also it's like
It
how
used to
people
be column
consume their information is changing
Mhm.
massively. So a lot of people rely on regular gamers like us to get
Mhm.
our opinion on things because it's more based in reality than these big press just doing nothing but bash and not giving you any real information about the title.
Not to be mentioned being slow on the uptake.
Yes.
You know how many times I see some of these websites, they're like, oh, I can't remember. I like off the top of my head, I remember every week at least I come across at least one article on Facebook or Instagram or one headline. And that's the other thing. They count on people having short attention spans, not wanting to read, and they put out crap headlines, and that's what people run their opinion with. But a lot of times I'm seeing something, even like Game Rant, coming up weeks behind us, by the way, talking about the same thing that we've already talked about, just because they probably watched the trend and they said, oh, this article did well, so we're going to talk about it too. It's not real journalism anymore. And a lot of times you go into some of these articles
It's
and
opinion pieces.
Opinion piece would imply an editorial.
Mm.
It's not that. It's pointless pontification is what I'll call it, because that's all it is. It's just, 1,000 words of maybe. It's not even based in anything in reality. I mentioned this article to Widget earlier, one that I saw talking about how the title implied basically that PlayStation was going to buy Xbox, that Xbox is crashing and burning, and PlayStation was going to pick up the corpse. And all it was based off the fact that PlayStation is currently shopping machine games. Now, we already talked about this last week, how some of these studios that are threatening to be cut, some of these guys, they're looking for an out, either a buyer or through their own capital or partnership, what have you. So machine games moving over to PlayStation, not a crazy idea. Of course, PlayStation is going to want those exclusives with everything going on with Xbox right now. That all makes perfect sense, but it does not in any way mean that Xbox is going to be bought by PlayStation. That's bonkers.
It is. It's just all speculation.
It's just a bonkers thought.
Just their idea of what might happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Conspiracy theories.
Bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, I'm seeing big media basically dying in the next 10 years. They're just not going to have an audience. They don't anymore. And it's all going to be based off of the little guys like us. But how do we get our information? That's the tricky part.
Yeah, well, usually by scrolling through several pages of articles and by cross-referencing and following social medias for certain, developers,
Which is a big way, yeah.
Industry people, and
and it's also relying on us being able to get a good relationship for our source material. We're working on that.
100%. Yeah, and it's I mean, even just beyond that, going through all these articles that we see every week, I see a lot of every week, and trying to determine whether or not it's something I want to say on the air and put on the internet.
Yeah.
Trying to determine if it's one, newsworthy, two, accurate, and if it's not accurate, where's the source coming from? Know where the source is coming from. Know why the author is saying what they're saying. This is all critical thinking goes into this. We're not just, picking stuff up and throwing it at you guys. This comes from a place of actually doing the work.
Yeah, I've been in podcasting for 12 years, and we've both been huge gaming fans for our entire lives. So We've been through this shtick a long time.
And I'm sure there's a lot of gamers out there that are writing these articles. I know writers getting work I know that's tough. Get work as a writer is a real son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So
especially nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. So I understand the compulsion to put words out there on the page, to put something out there that's going to get attention. I do get that. But it's self-poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's to the media sites themselves, to the authors themselves. It's not good. And I don't, it's not going to improve anytime soon. So long as the mentality of social media and the short attention span and the 10-second information clip, as long as that's prevalent, that's not going to change.
I'm hoping that changes one day, but I don't see it happening.
We're still going to keep doing our thing.
Yep. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about your experiences in Starfield.
It's time for our gameplay of the week.
So,
proud of that bumper.
You should. It's a good one. And you picked Doom for it, which is just amazing.
No, the end of it actually have Starfield, Skyrim, Fallout.
Oh, you got a few different ones in there?
All of them. Yeah, it just ends in Doom, which is a really cool little... And that's all me playing the game, by the way. I was doing action sequences in the game, and the Doom one looked really cool. So
it looks badass. I love it, 100%. So I played Starfield this week. I finally got into Terran Armada.
Finally, and they all rejoiced.
And I should have done it sooner.
I'm telling you,
I should have done it sooner, man. It was so far so good. It's a lot of fun. I already did one incursion. The first one, I basically went through like the tutorial missions for it.
Yeah, and the incursions are a bitch. The major ones.
Yeah. I picked up the introductory mission on the Trinity starship was a lot of fun. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. The whole thing with Delta and getting like the different whatever the chip was really cool. I cracked up because of when you go to Anchor Point, you have to meet with these the Void with veterans of old wars, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh great! So the VFW is in charge of this whole operation. These guys would drop with a heart attack if they had to run a lap. These are the ones in charge. Oh, and then I sent a video to the Discord of my first run-in with Tiger, which you run into as soon as you walk into Anchor Point. Yeah. You just see this freaking robot dog running up to me, and then it roars at me.
Robot
and then runs away. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was supposed to be a tiger, but
I would have laughed so hard if it runs away and then comes back at you purring and rubbing against you.
I thought I was going to have to fight my way onto Anchor Point. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's really fun. I rebuilt my ship. I think I put that up in the Discord. I did. Well, because I wanted to make sure that it was big enough that it could support the crew, like all the crew, all of them. And because I'm doing Watchtower at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So I've already got my first ship in Watchtower. So I have two ships I'm running with. And I picked up Jessamine, my girl. Of course, I had Muria. I picked up Eric. I did the mission where he was captured by the Ecliptic. So I got him. I went and got the new crew, which is a creation. And it gives you like 6 people. And I talked about that before. That's where it's got I saw the one guy walk out of my ship at Aquila City. And like his whole job is to make money. So he'll just go out and like barter, like randomly, like just do it. I got the Adoring Fan but I got a mod that made him into, I might have talked about this already, but made him into a woman instead of a man. And she is surprisingly less annoying.
It would have been hilarious. It was like a Valley Girl. Oh my God. Hello. Oh my God. It's you.
They could have gone that route. They did not.
That'd be perfect.
The cool thing about the new crew is that, and that's the title of the creation, is the new crew, is that they interact with Lyria. who is another creation. You pick her up at Jemison Mercantile. So they all have all these voice lines where they interact and talk with each other, which is fun when I'm walking around the ship. I got a mod that shuts everybody up when I'm flying. I ran into my first planet.
Okay.
My first planet.
Boom.
Bong. I got a random encounter that was a ghost ship where everybody was dead. It was the one where I think the grav drive was leaking into the ship. So it killed everybody. Whatever chemical was leaking into the ship.
Yeah, I think I came across that one.
I ended up abandoning it. I left it there because you have the option to take it if you clear out the poison.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to go through the hassle of, I had like a bunch of watchtower components on me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, the only way I can get back, I'm gonna have to risk getting caught with the contraband, even though I have like 59% shielded cargo. So I decided against that. There was another one with the spawn. Oh, I ended up doing, well, because I went to Gargarian to get Jessamine. And I'm like, well, I'm here, I'll just do Barrett's mission. Which I did, and I got all the witnesses and all the evidence and everything like that. You have to go to a mine. And I fought the little creepy spider bat bugs things there. That was a lot of fun.
So your first impression of Terran Armada is a good one.
My first impression is it should have been in the base game.
Well, yeah, of course. Everything that they put in recently with the free lanes and everything.
It is so good. And it puts another spin, adds another level to the Colony Wars. I'm not ready for Bethesda to call it quits on this game.
They're not.
There's so many unanswered questions. There's so many things that they haven't addressed yet. And I think that it would be great. I was actually thinking about this. Okay, so we got Fallout 76, which goes back to, what is it, like 25 years after the Great War or something like that. Like it's a very short amount of time before the vault was opened for Vault 76. And we got ESO that goes back to Second Era.
Yeah, I think so.
I would like to see, and I know this might be a long shot, but I would like to see a Starfield MMO in the vein of Fallout 76, or probably more accurately in the vein of like ESO. But I want that to take place during the Colony War.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you got your different factions. You can choose your different sides. You get to see the history of what happened, what occurred.
That would really work for an MMO
during the Colony Wars.
On the same level of ESO.
You know, Blind Squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. I got good ideas sometimes. That was pretty much it. That was pretty much my play. I did a lot of shipbuilding, obviously, and then I got into Terran Armada. I'm
glad you finally got into it. I'm excited to hear what you're going to think of it when you finish it. No, you're playing on normal difficulty right now?
Yeah, I play on normal. Yeah.
So it won't be as huge of a pain in the ass as it was for me, but it'll still be more difficult than you're used to.
I might end up, what I'll probably end up doing is actually I'll probably up the combat, the gunplay a little bit, and I'll probably up the ship combat a little more, and I might maybe tick down some of the sliders in the game options to get a little more I don't give a shit about experience. I cheat anyways, but
yeah.
Just to give it a little more of a challenge. Like ship combat I'm Maverick, baby. You can't touch me. So I know I need to tick that up to get a challenge, and gunplay's a lot of the same way. I might up those a little bit, make it a little tougher, just for the fun of it.
Do it.
So, but I love it so far. I saw one of the you know how you were talking about the icons on the enemies?
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling everybody an asshole in sign language right now. The icons on all the enemies. One of those spawn bugs had one on them.
Oh,
it wasn't even a queen. It was. I didn't know creatures could have those too. I thought it was just the humans.
They can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had
unexpected.
Ran into terramorphs with those things on them.
That sounds terrifying.
On extreme. Yeah, it was not pleasant. The only way I was able to kill it was to be a mile away and take pot shots at it with my hard target.
Nice.
And it took several pot shots to kill it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for my gameplay.
Right on.
You got a mod.
Yeah, let's talk about your mod.
Okay, the mod is for Fallout 4, actually. A lot of these are coming out. There's a few different ones. This one caught my eye, however, because this is a new DLC dedicated to the game's best character.
Yeah, but that's also a matter of opinion.
It is a matter of opinion. I thought it was dog meat. That was my first thought. Like, oh, is this dog meat? That would be amazing. Give me a DLC for dog meat. Somebody out there. It is not. It is for Nick Valentine. And this is available in Bethesda's Creation Club, and it is called Valentine's. A detective's life. It is a fan release that puts the titular detective agency at the center of the player's story. Steven Russell, is he the original voice for Valentine? Yeah. Apparently he helped with this. Apparently he was involved in this mod. So the original voice of Nick Valentine was involved in the making of this.
Oh, that's great. They were able to do that. That's really good.
This download basically gives you a reason to keep returning to Nick's detective agency. You can pick up cases from Nick's desk and then head out into Commonwealth to do some good, earn some caps. The Triggermen are still seemingly at the center of the story, which is really cool because I like, as a concept, I like the Triggermen, the old style, Tommy gun gangsters.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad. It's only 500 Creation Club credits.
We'll come get you.
But you got repeatable. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Talk like that. You get. That's why my what was that movie? It was a kid's movie, but all the frogs talked like that.
Oh, I think I know.
With the time machine, someone's yelling at the time machine and the Tyrannosaurus Rex with little arms. I don't know why my mind went right to that. But you get for 500 Bethesda credits, you get repeatable Radiant quests, which is a mainstay of Fallout 4, as well as standalone side quests and the main 5-part Triggerman storyline. So you get a whole nother storyline with the Triggerman. You got other Radiant quests that are not Go Help a Settlement, as well as some other side quests. That sounds like a pretty good deal for 500 Creation Club credits. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never done Fallout 4 mods before. I might have to do that one of these days.
I did. Just like with Starfield, I did too damn much. Nick Valentine's one of my favorite. He's actually my favorite one to be a wise ass with. And that's why I love him, because his responses to you being a smart ass all the time is just fantastic. We got one from our socials, from the WKM socials, not really from one of our socials. It was from a Starfield shipbuilding group. You got the picture ready on this one? I swear by my pretty floral ship, I will end you. This is a ship by Samuel Hutchinson.
There we go.
And I got to talk. I told him he was going to show up on the podcast tonight. I got to talk to him about him a little bit, because he's also in Starfield Shipyards, No Mods, No Salt, my group on Facebook. And he does a really amazing job with he's just one of the best shipbuilders I've ever seen. Yeah, look at this thing. It looks like a flying frickin' flower. I swear by my pretty floral warship, I will end you, which is a Firefly reference for those who are not in the know.
One of the best shows ever.
Yes. Samuel Hutchinson is just one of the greatest builders that I've seen. He comes up with all sorts of stuff. So if you have a chance to go over onto any of the shipbuilding, he's on a lot of them, actually, a lot of the shipbuilding groups, and check him out. And see, I told you I was going to talk about you. No, you don't get anything for this. Kiss my ass. I'll see you in the group.
There you go.
Yeah, are we getting royalties or anything? No. He was just we're messing around. I told him I was going to mock him a little bit on the air. He's actually a really good guy.
Keeping true to your word.
That's it. Done. Check that one off the list. We got a lot of comments and reviews on YouTube, especially with the anniversary episode with King Fan Man and Mossy. A lot of great comments on there. A lot of people asking questions about Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
And how we know about certain things. We know about certain things because we read and we dig and we do the research.
And I know people.
And we do know, Wigit does have an in a bit, but it's just hard work and research. We're doing all the heavy lifting. That's how we know.
Exactly.
That's how we know. It comes from a credible place. And it comes from a place of actual, what's that word I'm looking for? Journalism, which you're not getting a lot of places as the main topic just said. But I wanted to thank Timmer. Timmer is a longtime friend of the show, a longtime listener. And he said, great show. Congrats on the 1-year anniversary, Timmer. Thank you very much for that
Appreciate
comment. Most of the comments have actually been overwhelmingly positive. Even the people that argue with us. Have been extremely respectful. No, they haven't been dicks about it though, which we appreciate. That's what we're all about. That's it. That's all.
And
I got,
really
man.
appreciate it. So keep those comments coming, guys. I'm gonna go kind of off script here, but please like and subscribe. Follow on our YouTube. Comments are great. Let us know what you guys think, especially about our main topics. Tell us a little bit about your play. We want to know. And join our Discord. It's the place to be. You can talk to us directly. We always pay attention to it. You can find. I'll have my cohort here give you guys that information in just a second. Please give us those 5-star reviews on Spotify and iTunes. They are monster helps. They tell the algorithm that, hey, these guys might be worth watching or listening to people who haven't heard of us before.
Absolutely. If you want to go to our Discord, the easiest way to do it is to go down to the episode description or the cards here on YouTube and click the link. It'll take you directly to our Discord where you can jump on, and as long as you're not a bot, you'll last. I've had to get rid of a couple in the last couple of weeks, but and we don't just talk about video games there. We not just Bethesda. We talk about video games, talk about board games, movies, TV. We got a channel specifically for our pets and jokes and just a general chat, and everybody that we have in there right now is extremely respectful, and some of them you'll see if they have a blue name, they're OGs. They've been with us since the very beginning. If you see any with orange are people that have usually been on the show or are close friends of the show. So go over there, chat it up. And if you would like to know all of our socials, including Discord and Facebook, and I'm about ready to get rid of Eliminate, X and TikTok and everything like that, you can go to our link tree. That's the easiest way to find us. And that is linktr.ee/wyrdkhaosmedia. Wyrd is WYRD, chaos with a K, media. And you can actually get to our personal link trees from there as well. You can get to our socials author widget over here. He doesn't really post a whole lot, but he is an author. He's a published author. His book, Emperor Catenia. And what was the second one?
Guardian of Kame.
Guardian of Kame. Those are available on Amazon for purchase. He's a really good writer. I
just look for the Droman Saga. Dromon.
Yep. There you go. And it's all fantasy. So check that out if you're into fantasy books. And if you want to email us, you can email us wyrdkhaosmedia@gmail.com for business, advertising, or just to say hi. We will answer. And that's it. I think that's all. I think it's a damn show.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and listening. And have an amazing week out in Bethesdaverse.
Peace out.